This story is created for entertainment and educational purposes only. It contains fictional elements inspired by Filipino culture and should not be taken as factual or literal events. Imagine waking up one night and hearing your name whispered. Not by anyone you know, but by something standing just outside your window. You try to open your mouth to scream, but no sound comes out. Your hands are cold, your chest is tight, and you feel it. A shadow watching you. When you finally move, your grandmother rushes into your room and whispers, "I told you not to sweep the floor at night. Now, you have invited something inside." This story begins with fear, but it is a fear every Filipino knows. Because in the Philippines, superstitions are more than old stories. They are warnings passed from generation to generation. And today, I will tell you the biggest, strangest, scariest, and most powerful superstitions that shape the daily lives of millions of people. Some are harmless, some are mysterious, and some are things you should never try alone. Especially at night. So sit back, relax, and listen. But make sure your doors are locked. Some of these stories have a way of following you home. Our story starts in a small rural town, where a 14-year-old boy named Ramon lived with his grandmother, Nanay Sabel. She was old, wise, and very strict when it came to rules. "Do not point at a rainbow," she said. "Do not sleep with your hair wet. Do not eat bagoong at night." And Ramon always wondered why. One day, he decided to break one. It was a quiet afternoon. The wind was still, the sky was gray. And on his way home, Ramon saw a tall anthill. It looked harmless, it looked normal, and he remembered what his grandmother always said. "If you pass an anthill, say, tabi-tabi po. The Duwende live there." Ramon laughed to himself. "There is no Duwende," he said. "Only ants." He kicked the anthill. At first, nothing happened. But that night, everything changed. When Ramon went to bed, he felt a heavy weight on his chest. He tried to move, but his body froze. His eyes were open, but he could not speak. Under the dim light, he saw a small shadow figure standing near his bed. It had tiny glowing eyes, its feet were muddy, and its voice sounded like the ground was speaking. "You did not ask permission," it whispered. Then everything went dark. When he woke up screaming, his grandmother was already sitting beside him, holding a bowl of salt and a burning candle. She dabbed salt on his forehead and said, "You angered them. Never go near their home without respect." This was the moment when Ramon realized that some Filipino superstitions are not just stories. They are part of something bigger, something ancient, something alive. But that was only the beginning. Weeks later, something else strange happened. Ramon's older sister, Anna, came home from school complaining about a man who smiled at her on the street and said she looked beautiful. His eyes were strange, she said, like he was staring too much. That night, she developed a sudden fever. Her lips turned pale, her head hurt. She kept saying she felt dizzy. Nanay Sabel rushed to her side and said only one word, "Usog." Usog is a superstition where a stranger's greeting, compliment, or stare can make someone sick, especially babies and young girls. To break the curse, the person must place a thumb with saliva on the forehead of the victim. So Nanay Sabel found the man the next morning. He apologized, touched Anna's forehead with his thumb and said, "Puwera usog." By evening, the fever was gone. Ramon began to wonder, how many of these superstitions were real? One night, he and his friends decided to test another superstition. The superstition his grandmother feared the most, the balete tree. They said if you go near a balete tree at night, you must ask permission. If not, the spirits living there, white ladies, lost souls, or even the Kapre, might follow you home. But boys will always be boys. They wanted proof. They went to the oldest balete tree in their town. Its branches twisted like arms. Its roots looked like they were crawling out of the ground. The moonlight made the shadows move like breathing creatures. "Let's take a picture," one of the boys said. They laughed, shouted, and pointed their flashlights around. But none of them said tabi-tabi po. When they checked the photo later, they screamed. Because behind Ramon was a tall shadow, taller than any man. Its eyes glowed like burning coal, and its hand rested gently on his shoulder. His friends swore they saw nothing there during the photo. Ramon did not sleep that night. His room felt colder than usual. The wind felt heavy. The shadows on his wall looked wrong. And every time he closed his eyes, he felt something staring at him. At exactly 3 a.m., he woke up gasping for air. Someone was sitting on his chest. A heavy pressure, like a giant stone pinning him down. He thought it was a nightmare. At exactly 3 a.m., he woke up gasping for air. Someone was sitting on his chest. A heavy pressure, like a giant stone pinning him down. He thought it was a nightmare. But then it spoke. "Why didn't you greet me?" It was the Kapre. The next morning, Nanay Sabel burned incense, waved a coconut husk with smoke around Ramon's room, and scattered salt on the floor. It took 3 days before Ramon felt normal again. After that, Ramon promised never to break a superstition again. But there was one superstition he did not know about. A superstition that would change everything. It happened during a storm. The rain was loud, the wind was strong. Their roof rattled like it was about to fly away. Ramon could not sleep, so he looked out the window. And that was when he saw it. A woman with half her body missing, flying above the trees. Her hair was long, her eyes were glowing. Her body split from the waist. Thick black wings lifted her in the storm. She looked like she was searching for something, or someone. It was the Manananggal. Ramon fell backwards and crawled away. His grandmother rushed in, holding a bunch of garlic and a bottle of salt water. "Do not look out the window during storms," she warned. "Some creatures hunt at night, and if they see you, they remember your face." For weeks, Ramon lived in fear. Every night felt like something was watching the house. Every shadow felt alive. Every superstition felt like a warning he should not ignore. But slowly, he learned something important. Superstitions are not just about fear. They are about survival. They are about listening to stories, respecting the unseen, and remembering that the world is bigger than what we can see. As he grew older, Ramon collected more stories. Stories from relatives, neighbors, strangers, and travelers. Stories like, if your left eye twitches, something bad may happen. If a black butterfly enters your house, a dead loved one is visiting. If you hear plates breaking for no reason, someone close to you may be in danger. If you drop a spoon, a woman will visit. If you drop a fork, a man will arrive. If you keep dreaming of losing teeth, someone you know may fall ill. If you pass by a river at night, whisper a greeting to avoid water spirits. If your cat washes its face facing the door, a visitor is coming. If you cut your nails at night, you call bad luck into your home. If someone calls your name at night from outside, do not answer. It may not be human. And the scariest one, if you hear footsteps behind you at night, do not turn around. Some things follow you silently, and turning around invites them closer. By the time Ramon became an adult, he realized that the Philippines is a land full of mysteries. A place where every shadow hides a story, every corner holds a secret, and every superstition is a door to another world. A world where Duwende guard their anthills, where Kapre sit on treetops smoking their cigars, where Manananggal hunt in the dark, where tic-tic creatures whisper warnings, where unseen spirits walk among the living, and where old rules protect those who listen. Ramon began writing these stories down, passing them to the next generation, just like his grandmother did, because no matter how modern the world becomes, some mysteries remain. And tonight, you have heard them, but be careful. When stories like these are told, sometimes the unseen listens too. So as you finish this, do one thing for safety. Whisper, "Tabi-tabi po," just passing by. You never know who is listening right now. Thank you for spending this time with me inside another story from the Philippines Wealth Chronicles. If you enjoyed the journey, feel free to return anytime. There are many more secrets, legends, and untold stories waiting for you here. Until then, stay curious, stay safe, and may the mysteries of the Philippines guide you toward wisdom and wonder.